For the second time in this series, the Toronto Blue Jays get shut out by the New York Yankees. And look, Luis Severino was fantastic. The Jays offense does not look very dangerous without Teoscar Hernandez and even Matt Chapman out of the lineup. And they lose 3-0 yet again to the New York Yankees and split the 4-game set. And if this 4-game series is any indication of how these teams are going to play all season long, buckle up, because that's going to be an absolute wild ride between the Jays and Yankees this season. Now, Kevin Gausman got the start for the Toronto Blue Jays, and he was spectacular. And the Blue Jays early on, they had some golden opportunities to score. In the first inning, you get a one-out double from Bo Bichette. You can't bring him across. Second inning, I believe it was, they had bases loaded and one out, and it's a fly ball to right field. Problem is, it's Alejandro Kirk at third base. He can't come in to score. They get nothing out of it, and you go to the bottom half of the third inning, and Trevino, hit the single to left field. Gurriel, hot dogs. It looks for the fake and all this nonsense. I get it, but make the damn play. In comes Kiner Falefa, and the Jays are down 1-0. And from that moment onwards, the Jays offense really gets nothing going. You know, in the bottom of the fifth inning, Trevino hits another RBI single. Who comes in? Of course, it's Kiner Falefa again. It's 2-0 Yankees in the bottom of the fifth. Then in the bottom of the eighth inning, off of Julian Merriweather, Giancarlo Stanton hits an RBI ground out. Aaron Judge comes in to score. And the Blue Jays, just like that, are down 3-0 in the bottom of the eighth. They've got no offense to this point. It looks ugly. And then Aroldis Chapman comes out. And the Jays now have the bases loaded and nobody out for the top of the damn lineup. And you don't get anything. Chapman with a base running mistake. George Springer striking out. And I'm like, damn, Vladdy doesn't even get a plate appearance. And I'm like, that's awful. I mean, he didn't have the greatest night. After going 4 for 4 with 3 bombs yesterday, he follows it up with 0 for 4 with 4 Ks today. So not very pretty on the Vladimir Guerrero Jr. front for the Toronto Blue Jays today. The Jays this series have had golden opportunities to score. And they have not hit well with runners in scoring position. Is that a credit to the Yankees pitching staff and defense? Or is that a credit to the Jays, not doing very well, just not being clutch in those spots this early in the season? I don't know. I think it's a hint of both. You know, especially in that ninth inning where you ran Aroldis Chapman out of the ballpark and you brought in Michael King, who you've already seen once in the series, and you get nothing. Like, even if you lost 3-1 or 3-2, yeah, it stinks, but hey, you crawled back and you just couldn't do it. No, you had 2 instances in this game, 2, where you had the bases loaded in less than 2 out, one with nobody out and one with 1 out. And you couldn't get anything to cross. You don't deserve to win a game like that, with play like that. Now, is that a big credit to, or possibly, having Kevin Biggio, Raimel Tapia, and guys like that in the lineup at the same time because you don't have a choice now that Teoscar Hernandez has gone on the 10-day IL with an oblique injury, oblique strain or something like that? I mean, it looks that bottom half of the lineup looks really rough now, right? Because you had Teoscar in there, and you had the emergence of Danny Jansen in that first series against Texas, and everything was looking fantastic. Well, then Jansen goes down, right? And that makes Kirk, have to play catcher, which leaves that DH hole open, which leaves a spot for a guy like Kevin Biggio or Raimel Tapia or some other dude, right? And now with Teoscar Hernandez going down, that's basically giving Raimel Tapia, full-time duties. And that guy, I mean, we know he's quick, but everything's a ground ball or a strikeout. You know what I mean? It's really, really bad. And he was batting 5th today. Like, your top 4 looks fine, right? You got Springer, Vladdy, Bo, and Gurriel. It looks great. But after that, I mean, my goodness. Lineup looks rough. Like, Alejandro Kirk went 2 for 3 in the game. That's good to see, man. But he was surrounded with absolutely nothing. The team overall, right? Like I said, Vladdy went 0 for 4 with 4 Ks. Kirk went 2 for 3. The team overall only had 5 hits in the game. 5. I believe in game 2 they had like 3 or 4 hits. Like, You're not going to win many games that way. The Jays did also strike out 11 times. Some of those in big situations, right? It's really, really difficult to watch. Now, if we're going to try and find any positive out of game number 7 of the season, I wanted to really put emphasis on 7, because that's literally all the games we played. We played 7 games this year, guys. 7. And the Jays split this series with the Yankees. It's not like we got swept or lost 3 or 4. No. We're 4-3 on the season. You know, you split in the Bronx. Now, yes, could it have been a lot better? Absolutely. Right? You were on the brink of winning this series, winning 3-1 in the series over the Yankees, getting that 2-game lead in the head-to-head matchup to start the year, which would have been fantastic. And you would have been 5-2 on the season. It would have been looking great. But that didn't happen. But you split, you move on. Let's get to the pitching staff, because there was a lot of positives you could take from that. First off, Kevin Gausman was fantastic. So second time through the rotation, we've seen Jose Barrios look a lot better. We've now seen Kevin Gausman look even better than he did in that game against Texas Rangers. He went 5 2/3 today, allowed 6 hits, 2 runs, 9 Ks. His splitter is nasty. It's flat out filthy. And which seems to be a recurring theme, he doesn't walk anybody. Like 0 again today. Pound in the strike zone. Your stuff's dirty. You're getting a lot of swing and miss. Kevin Gausman doing great things today. I thought he was phenomenal. Ahead of guys a lot of 0-2 counts, a lot of 1-2 counts in this game. When you get ahead of him like that, and you're a strikeout pitcher like Kevin Gausman is, good luck. And that's what Luis Severino was doing for the Blue Jays, pounding the strike zone most of the night, and the Jays were not having any part of it. Now, Tim Mason came out when Gausman got a little bit of a hairy situation there in the 6th. Don't worry about it. Tim Mason's got you. He got the one guy he faced with a strikeout. David Phelps got into a bit of a situation there. I think it was in the 7th inning, I believe, where he went an inning, allowed 1 hit and 1 walk to start the inning, but no runs came across. So good job for David Phelps. And then Julio Merriweather went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 run. It was obviously the Giancarlo Stanton RBI ground out in that 8th inning, and the Blue Jays drop it. Like I said, 3-0 to the New York Yankees and split the series 2-2. Now, the Jays now move on as they come back home to take on the Oakland A's. And Matt Chapman gets to take on his former team pretty damn quick. And for him, it's time to move on. Now, Jays fans are going to start losing their mind because, look, was the base running mistake bad in the 9th inning? You bet your rear it was. But I will tell you guys this, and Jays fans might not remember this. Remember at first month of the season, first month or 2 of the season, when Blue Jay fans were saying that Marcus Semien was a horrendous free agent pickup, the guy was terrible, this and that, get rid of him, we were like D.G. Gregorius, blah, 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 all that stuff, and things turned around, and we're all like, hey, let's re-sign the guy, he's going to win the Silver Slugger, puts up record numbers at second base, and people forget about that first month or 2 of basically not wanting him on the team anymore. Matt Chapman is he was with Oakland his entire career. He gets traded to the Blue Jays right before spring training starts. And yeah, he's had a very slow start. Now, have I been impressed with him? No, I haven't. I would be lying if I said I did. But do I think that he's going to turn things around and be great? Absolutely. No doubt. I ain't worried about that at all. But we do have to start seeing that there, Matt Chapman. It'd be great to see him do it against his former team. Starting tomorrow night is game 1 of the weekend set. I believe it's a weekend set. Is it a 4-gamer? I believe it's a 4-game. Yeah, no, sorry. 3-game set Friday, Saturday, Sunday. As the Jays take on the Oakland A's at Rogers Center. I got to get used to those names again, guys. I've been so used to saying Scotiabank Arena with the Leafs and the Raptors. I said Leafs in this video. I'm so used to that stuff as well. But they take on the Oakland A's at Rogers Center. Ross Stripling gets the ball for the Jays. That was in Hyunjin Ryu's spot, so obviously he got hit with the comebacker in his first start of the season, so maybe it's just an extra day or 2 rest for him. But Ross Stripling gets the ball for the Blue Jays tomorrow night. It's a 7:07 first pitch versus Dalton Jeffries of the Oakland A's. We'll have to see how that all plays out, right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the result of this game, but if you're a Yankee fan, you love the results, smack the like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. What you like, what you not like from today's game for the Toronto Blue Jays. The Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition very shortly as they won big time against the Washington Capitals. And see what I say about not trusting against Buffalo, because against a good team like Washington, they laid a beat down. We'll talk about that very shortly. As for the Toronto Raptors, Friday, tomorrow we'll be breaking down the round one matchup between the Raptors and the Sixers as they tip off on Saturday night, 6 o'clock. So the round one preview will be out tomorrow, early afternoon. All right, so we'll be breaking that stuff down for you guys tomorrow. And as for the Toronto Blue Jays, they play game one of the 3-game set against the Oakland A's at Rogers Center. Ross Stripling gets the ball for the Blue Jays. Dalton Jeffries gets the ball for the A's. 7:07 first pitch there. I'll be at that game, so the video will be uploaded a little bit later than usual. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and not the game tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.